Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to a brand new video. This is going to be video number 4 when it comes to sailing. And we are starting it off by getting 87 sailing. With that, we've now unlocked basically everything in the game that requires sailing. And I can now also do the shipwreck salvaging completely to the maximum, this merchant shipwrecks, without using a boost, which is gonna help by, being able to do it a little bit more AFK when I do my training. But most importantly, I now have all of the requirements that I need in order to defeat frost dragons. And I'm super excited to do them because you can get very good money doing them. However, we just finished doing a very nice session of salvaging. As you can see, 607k XP in just the session today, but I've done one yesterday as well. And let's price check the loot really quickly because I do think this place is kind of nice when it comes to the loot that you get by simply AFKing. First of all, in the herb sack, we have 11 runars, aventos, quarm, snaps. Like you can see it down here in the chat. Decent bit of herbs. When it comes to gem bags, we also got a little bit of gems, nothing crazy. And then when it comes to the price check in itself, we got ourselves 550k just in straight up coins. It's kind of cool how you get these platinum tokens. And then we also got a very decent bit of just herbs. So 157k of those. We also got fish offcuts. I don't know how much those go for. We're going to try to sell them for a bit. A little bit of dragon nails, a little bit of cannonballs, a decent bit of crystal shards, and moldy doll, which is a rare drop that you can get from here. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually gonna take this ship home because we have even more money in the ironwood repair kits, and we're also gonna very quickly salvage the remaining of my salvage, and then we're gonna go directly towards frost dragons and see how much money we can make. There are a few things I'm curious on. First of all is dragon nails. I know this is also one of the drops we can get. They're 310k each, so not great, not too bad. Dragon cannonballs go for 6k right now, 6050. And everything else is pretty much old prices, so we're just gonna insta-dump these and just think about it in the future. Ladies, gentlemen, we sailed all the way to Grimstone, the island where I want to spend majority of this video on. Let's disembark and see what this island has to offer. Now, firstly, we see some Walasalki, and what else is here? Well, these guys are hitting me. There's some rocks, there's some runite rocks, there is some nickel rocks, but I think you can get those on the other islands as well. If we go into the cave entrance though... Ooh, there they are. These are the frost dragons. These are the ones we want to kill because these have the chance of dropping dragon metal sheets, which are going for quite a lot of money right now. We also got some chilled jellies in here, and there it is. Okay, we have a fairy ring. I don't know what this fairy ring is called or how you get here, and looks like Runelight doesn't know it either. But this is probably gonna be the method. So I thought that every single time we're gonna have to sail with a boat, but nope. We can just teleport right here and start farming the frost dragons. And I think I should take 0 damage if I use extended super anti-fire and if I pray melee, right? Let's take a look. I should in theory never get hit. Now these are weak to crush and they should be very relaxing to farm. And I can see myself farming a ton of these. In fact, I could even see myself banking the bones. So we might do that, and that should be a really nice way for us to keep track of what kind of drops we're getting. And yeah, we're not taking any damage. This is now confirmed. I'm gonna go bank and I'm gonna take a completely different inventory setup, and I will actually try my best to bank absolutely every drop. The fairy ring you will be using to get to the place is DLP. We are gonna go ahead and use it. You just gotta keep track of your anti-fires and combat pots, and look at this. Like, I mean, my gear is probably best in slot for it being cheap. You could probably deal more damage with like a magic setup potentially and using fire spells, but I want to keep it very chill, very simple, and I want to just do it with melee, I think. But there we go. I will be looting all the drops that we get here, and I will talk to you as soon as I have a noticeable amount of drops, or if we get something cool. Now, as I'm getting more familiar with these and doing a little bit of research, if you're not anti-fire protected, these guys max out a 99, so either you pay very close attention to the fact that you should be, protected, or maybe you chuck in a little DFS and you have that on. I don't think it's worth it. Or maybe there's a plugin that will remind you, hey, listen, buddy, you gotta make sure you equip a protection. with the first inventory being done, I now have a pretty good understanding of what I want to do with my inventory setup. So let's say, hypothetically, we are now banking. I'm probably just gonna go to the house, recharge my player here. Then we're just gonna throw everything here in the bank. After I'm done with banking all the items, we're gonna grab a combat pot, super anti-fire pot, 3 restores. We're gonna try it with 3 restores now. When it comes to the alchable drops, I am alching them, and I have turned all of my coins into the platinum tokens, so it's gonna be very easy to keep track of those. But when it comes to these runes, I mean, I do have obviously loot tracker working on the side, so I might actually end up not picking these up at all, and I'll just show you on the picture later how much we would have gotten by picking those up. But simply put, it's not worth our time really, so all of these drops are not gonna be picked. Stuff like death runes though, those are worth a little bit more, we can pick those up. And with another inventory being done, I think I now have a proper inventory that I want to take into my trips. And that is going to be extremely simple. We are going to be bringing 1 combat, 1 restore, 1 extended super anti-fire. This is all I think I need for a full inventory of loot. This is my first time receiving dragon nails, and you know how I said bring 1 restore potion? Yeah, I was lying, bring 2. Let's see how much these go for. That's 15 dragon nails. I think that is a lot actually. We're gonna try to buy 1 and slow sell because, well, we don't want to waste these. These are pretty precious right now. Well, it appears I sold a couple of them beforehand already. We're gonna do tactical these, turn it into tokens, put it away so it doesn't impact this video. But we're gonna try it again. So because we have this little example here, we're just gonna sell them for 303k each. So that drop in itself was worth 4.4 million. That is not bad at all for how quick that was. Okay, I'll lower it down to exactly 300k and we'll see if it sells. There is one more setup I want to actually try out, and that is a full inquise with a scythe. I know that the best method is to use the Tome of Fire with like full magic, but that seems like, I don't know, I don't want to do it. So this will for sure be more expensive, but it should also be a little bit faster to kill. So maybe the trade-off would be worth it. I'm not sure. I'm gonna play around a little bit with this, a little bit with the just standard D-lance, and I'll let you know what feels better. And here it is, the second drop of dragon nails. I was waiting for the second drop before I go to sleep. I was staying up quite late after finishing 87 in order to just give a couple of these a shot, but 12 more nails. That should be another 5 mil. We just made 10 mil like that. That's crazy. Let's see if the other ones sold. They did not. So let's just cancel them and let's lower it down to... I want to insta-sell this because I'm going to bed. I think by the time I wake up, these are gonna be... Okay, so some people are buying them. I think there might just not be anyone buying them. How much did I sell those for? 264? Okay. I'm down to sell them for 260. It is nighttime. I do think these are gonna go more up. But there it is. We sold it quite fast. We sold them for 264k. And look at this. We made 7.1 million. And I kid you not, this took me like less than 30 minutes in real life time. So boom, already money made. Just for the sake of interest, I want to see if I sell one of these. How much does this sell for? 4.7. That is a good price, you know? That is a really good price, actually. Ooh, maybe I stay... Okay, I'm gonna stay up until I get one more drop, and then we're gonna go to bed. Dude, this is addicting, man. And keep in mind, this is not even the best the rates would be. This is actually pretty bad. I mean, if I was faster to 87 sailing, I'd be making even crazier money right now. But even this is great in itself. The very first time seeing a dragon cannonball, 19 of those. I don't think these are too expensive, so I'm not gonna like interrupt my trip in order to go ahead and do it. As you can see, I also swapped back to the OG setup, the one that deals a little bit less damage, but it's much more cheaper to run. So I think I'm gonna be running with this for the rest of the video. More cannonballs. Ooh, there it is, the dragon metal sheet. I heard a little din. It says it's 148k. I'm gonna tell you it's probably not 148k. However, I don't think it's as expensive as it was yesterday, for example. So, with that being said, let's take a look. I'm gonna insta-sell the first one. The drop rate for this is about 1 in 180. And we've currently killed 116. So, we are maybe a little bit lucky. Now, let's just put it in for 4 mil. Okay. This is really good price, I think. Okay. I'm happy with this. 4 million for a 1 in 180. I mean, it's not bad. You kill them really fast. The other drops are really good as well. And we've already made over 11 million with the fact that the cannonballs are still selling and the fact that I haven't touched any of the other drops. So 11 million made only through the rare drops so far. Very good. We've now killed 161 frost dragons, and here is another dragon cannonball drop. Previous cannonballs did sell for 6,035 each, so that's an extra 250k to our collection. And because I will be going offline, how about we put them up a little bit more and see if they sell for a little bit more. That's 1-0 frost dragons, I guess. I just died because, yeah, didn't pay attention, got cooked by probably a 99, didn't even have a recorder up, so unlucky. Now, luckily, if I do die, I think it is very easy to get the back. I just drink a super anti-fire, teleport to POH, click on the tree, and I'm basically right there, I would assume. So it's really not that big of a deal if I die. Maybe a little bit annoying, but yeah, it's alright. Ah, there we go. And now we can just continue the trip as if nothing ever happened. Aside from the fact that we did just lose 500k, but we can leave out the details. 201 KC in, we got more dragon cannonballs, and this is unlucky. Every time it's a 50-50 roll between these and nails. There we go, we finally see some nails, but only 6 this time around, so we low rolled it this time. I am tempted to see how much these go for at the moment. Oh, there we go, 1.7 mil. Easy drop, just like that. We put that onto the collection, and we are now over, what, 13 point something mil? Already made from just the uniques, and all the other drops are nicely stacking up. KC 250, more cannonballs. And with the dead drop, we're now 1/4 of the way done with the video. So far, I'm absolutely enjoying it. Big fan. Hey, there it is. Another dragon metal sheet, KC 261. Let's take it, let's sell it, let's see if it's worth any more money than the last one I sold, or maybe any less money. I hate to admit it, but I literally got addicted to doing these dragons. They're so chill to do that I've been postponing going to bed, but I will actually go to sleep after putting this on the market. So let's take a look. I think last one we did for 4 million. Let's put it in for 4 million again and see. It sells again. 4.1. Is it more than the last one? Let's take a look. The last one was 4.1 and this one was 4.116. Profit. Beautiful. We are now up to 18 million made from just uniques without any of the side drops so far. Very nice. Here's more nails, and I'm just done completing a little podcast. I was in Gillinor Games podcast and I did a lot more dragons off recording. So let's take a look at the Grand Exchange and see how many more uniques we got. We are now up to 497 KC, so nearly halfway through the episode already. And it is time to only pull up the uniques that we've gotten. 17 nails, that is 3 drops right there, and a bunch of dragon cannonballs as well. Let's go ahead and see how much these go for at the moment. The cannonballs did not sell for 5.5. Let's update the price to about 5k and see if they sell for this amount. And the nails, oh, there we go, 504k from cannonballs. This is now going directly into the loot pile, which is now already over 20 mil. And now this could be really interesting here. Let's go for 250k. I think they're gonna go for more. Ooh, beautiful. 8.2 million. Are they going even more up? 356k per. They're going up, up, up. Look, down here they were 280. Up here they were 355. And now they're 356. So not bad at all. We have now made over 29 million from literally just the uniques, without all the bones, without all the other drops. So it's looking to be a very profitable method. Let's keep at it and do another half right now. There it is, metal sheet number 3, and it has been quite a while since I got my second one. So I want to see what the price is like at the moment. We're currently KC 515, so a little bit over halfway done with the video. And let's go ahead and give it a shot, chuck it on the GE. How much do we get for it right now? I have no clue what to expect, so let's chuck it in for 3.5. That's 500k less than before. It insta sells. This is beautiful to see. Come on. It went up. It actually went up. $4.9 million for this one. So we basically sold it, yeah, 4.9. The last one we sold, bro, this is almost 1 mil more expensive. Look, 4.9, 4.1. So this could be because people are finally getting their higher sailing levels. And more people need it, so, well, Frost Dragons are looking hella good. We're now up to 33 million without any of the side drops obtained already. And we just got more to go, so I'm pretty excited to see how much money we can print through doing 1000 of these. My favorite drop, there's 12 dragon nails. Current KC is 562. My favorite minigame, the dragon nail roulette. We got a high roll on this one. Let's try 250k. Let's see how much money we make. Way, almost 4 million. How much was that? 329k each right now. Now keep in mind, all of these items, I could first buy one and then slow sell, and I would probably make a little bit more money, especially this early on. But for the sake of video, I do think it is a little bit nicer if I just insta sell this. So we're up to 38 million already without the other drops, and I am very excited to see if we can get some more good drops. 7 more nails, and we're currently 602 KC in. Let's see if the price is still the same. Oh my, back-to-back. Hold up, dragon metal sheet as well. Well, that is just beautiful, isn't it? Right, let's do a little roulette and see how much everything sells for. Alright, nails go in for 300k. Best of luck. Ooh, they did sell. This time they were 3 to 5k, so seems pretty balanced around this sort of 3 to 5k range. And the dragon metal shield, let's try doing it for 4 million. And it sold as well, 4.7. And we are now all the way to 45 million made already. That is not bad at all. We just got dragon cannonballs into more dragon nails combo. The KC right now is 628 and the drops keep on coming. I just got 11 more nails the very next drop, so I got a cannonballs into nails just then. That's gonna be some good money. The moment of truth, dragon nail roulette. Let's try 250k again. Oh my goodness, there's 6 more million. It's so easy to make money right now. 318k per nail at the moment. And let's test out the dragon cannonballs as well. Let's do 5k for those. 70k for those. So yeah, they're around 5k. Just for the sake of interest, how much does one rune cannonball go for right now? 3,000. That is a lot. I have a lot of rune cannonballs. So far, we've gotten 474 of them. I've had a little bit of them before, so I don't want to sell all of them, just so I'm able to keep track. But we're going to sell all of those at the very end of the video. But damn, that's pretty interesting. The money is over 50 million made in this video already, and we still have plenty to go. More nails. 2.6 million for those this time around. They're down to 294k each, so losing a little bit of price, but nothing too crazy. 5 nails. And the very next skill, more nails. That's very lucky. I feel like every time I get a drop here, it then turns into a back-to-back drop. The KC is up to 653 right now. What's the price on the nails? 3.2 million. They are still 294k each. Very nice. We're up to 57 million now. 14 nails, a high roll, beautiful. And 12 more nails very soon after. This is gonna be a very good trip. 8 million from the nails in this one, and we sold them for 308k each. Still maintaining this price, going up, down, around 300k right now. I've also gotten a couple of cannonball drops, which I haven't recorded. Let's see if those are still going for around 5k a pop. No, they might be a little bit less. Let's try it for around 4k a pop. We'll take an extra 244k right there from the cannonballs. Let's take where our money situation is at right now. 65 million already. Not bad at all. Almost 800 KC. We get a couple more nails and just a little bit over 200 more kills to go. Nails sold for 2.9 million. So we are still in the same ballpark of around 300k per nail. And over 68 million made already. 14 more nails, 3.9 million from the nails, and we now have over 72 million. We have not seen one of those in a minute. There's another dragon metal sheet. The KC at the moment is 820, only 180 to go. We're definitely getting close to the end of this challenge here. Let's try to not get one hit. There we go. And now that I've done Frost Dragons for quite a while, I have a decent idea of what I want to do after this challenge. I think I'm going to push to 88 sailing and then boost till 91. And then I can do the new fishing activity. I've looked all around YouTube. Nobody has done any new fishing. We got a bunch of new fishes and a bunch of new things you can add on the boat. And I know absolutely nothing about it. So I think that's going to be one of my next projects. But first, I want to finish this one and I want to see how much this dragon metal sheet sells for right now. The moment of truth. What is the price on these right now? 4.5. We are still in the money. My grand exchange looks so nice, I feel like. Earlier we sold it for 4.8, earlier for 5 even. So a little bit more down than before, but not bad at all. Up to 77 million made by just chill AFKing on dragons. This is one of my favorite ways to make money right now. It is crazy good. Even though there are a lot of people with 87 sailing right now, this method is still amazing. 5 more nails and we only got 140 frost dragons to go. Nails sold for 1.3 and cannonballs selling for 134k. Not bad, not great. Hold up, nails went kind of down in the last half an hour or so. Down to 260k. I mean, we'll take it. It is kind of peak time right now. We are in the evening hours, but 78 million made already. It's been quite a bit of time since I got a drop. There's 7 nails. Nail roulette. Let's see how much they go for right now. Still selling for over 250, 255k. Okay, the price is getting a little bit more down now towards the end of the video. Total money made from just uniques, 80 million. Beautiful. Ladies, gentlemen, we are about to do our very last trip. And as I do this last trip, I want to talk about how nice this monster actually is. Not only it is at the moment like way too good money per hour. I mean, there is absolutely no reason why a completely AFK monster should give you this sort of money. But man, there is something so satisfying about just collecting very valuable drops, putting them in the bank, throwing them in the grand exchange, whatever it is. Super satisfying video to make. And it finally gave me a reason behind my sailing training. So definitely very, very exciting. Other than that, the requirement to kill this. You only need to get 87 sailing, but nothing else. So these guys are actually really, really nice to just do on maybe even an alt account. I mean, all you really need is sailing level, and then you can completely downgrade this gear, and I'm sure you're gonna do just fine here. As long as you got some super anti-fires, you are completely chilling. So super easy to kill monster. And I also think that the drops that these guys give, that being the metal sheet, the nails, and the cannonballs, I think they will preserve the value for quite a long time. A lot of people will want to eventually upgrade their boats, and these are not that fast to come by. Now, I do think I was getting approximately 130 to 150 kills an hour. Now, if I was super efficient, maybe I can get more than that, but honestly, I threw this on my second monitor and I was vibing for the whole time, so for all I know, maybe I was even getting 100 kills an hour, but I really don't think this took me 10 hours to complete, and if it did, it was extremely enjoyable 10 hours, because honestly, I can't tell. But we're now closing in and about to finish the project, so let's go ahead and enjoy the last 6 Frost Dragon kills. Ladies, gentlemen, the very last kill right here. This Frost Dragon is gonna be the Frost Dragon number 1000. There it is. It is defeated. Do we get a drop? We do not get a drop. It is time for us to get all the loot, put it all in the inventory, and eventually sell it off and see exactly how much money we made from 1000 frost drags. So let me organize my inventory a little bit and let's see what we're working with. In my inventory, you can see the loot from 1000 frost dragons. 80 million comes from rare drops that I immediately sold, and all the alcabus and all the coin drops. Everything else is the exact number of runes and the exact number of items I looted throughout the 1000 kills. A couple of worthy mentions is definitely the rune cannonballs. I mean, this is a lot of them, and this is the first thing I want to actually sell because I think this is going to be worth a lot of money. In fact, because I think it's going to be worth a lot, 3.1. Let's just try to sell all of these for 3k and see if they insta-sell maybe. That's right, so just the rune cannonballs are also accumulating for over 2.5 million, which is, well, it pushes us over 83 million total profit, and then all the other drops should have fairly stable prices. And then the very next item worth looking into is the Frost Dragon Bones. They should be the next big jump in money, so if we quickly buy one, just to kind of gauge the price, we can see they go for about 5k, so I think it's safe to say that if I sell them for 5k, we should be pretty happy with it, and there we go. They all immediately sold, and pretty much in that exact ballpark, giving us a total of, well, 4.9k each after taxes. That pushes us to over 88 million. And now with all the other drops, let's just do a little price check in the inventory so you get a nice little example of it. It appears that we have made well over 90 million in this video, so with that one, let's just go ahead and sell absolutely everything for Insta and see how much money we actually make after taxes, after all the selling. We go very quickly through this as well. Very nice amount of runes, especially the mist runes really adding up, and even some water runes here. I mean, 156k in water runes. Most of the time I didn't even want to pick those up, but it does add up. If you pick them up, it does add up at the end of the lootation. And there we go. The price check was just about right. After selling absolutely every single drop we got, we are left with 90 million coins and 669k to spare. What a lovely video this was to make, and if you guys enjoyed it or if you found this helpful in any way, shape or form, make sure you give the video a like. You let me know in the comments and let me know what kind of loot video you want to see next, because I want to explore more that sailing has to offer now that we pretty much have access to all sorts of content when it comes to sailing. Thank you so much for your attention, and I'll catch you very soon with another video. Take care and bye bye.